The following review is going to be on Transformers Kingdom Autobot Slammer. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to review on the Autobot Slammer in the Kingdom Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy. Now this is the Deluxe class, and it is a weaponizer of Metroplex. First we'll take a look at the package. It is Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron. Transformers right there. You got the Transformer Generations. You can see Slammer in the plastic. They're cutting down on the plastic. It is a deluxe class. There's some artwork of Slammer in his robot mode and tank mode. There is the War for Cybertron Kingdom poster. It has deluxe class. Here is the UPC, and he's WFC-K33. And on the back, robot 2 tank in 20 steps. You take them all apart, and it's got him weaponizing pipes. And that's about it. Autobot Slammer Transformers. All right, let's get this guy out of the package and see what we've got. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do a review on Autobot Slammer, our final deluxe. Well, one of the last two deluxes from the War for Cybertron Kingdom series. First, we're going to take a look at the instructions. And they are green and white. It says Kingdom War for Cybertron Autobot Slammer, WFC-K33. Basically, you take them apart to form the thing. And then what you want to do is, here's how you form all the weapons. And then here it's got it on Slammer. Or a Wheeljack, but on the box it has it on pipes. And also, if you noticed, his legs are black on here, or his legs are white on here, and they're black on the actual figure. So there's a discrepancy there. And let's see, we'll put that away. And now for the card, we have the War for Cybertron Kingdom card. Turn over, it is Dinobot, and when you peel it, it is Dynamus. I don't know what Dynamus is, never heard of it, but that is the card. And make sure you, when you open up, this thing was back here. They like to hide weapons, so just make sure that you look everywhere for it. And he only comes with one weapon, which is right here. It is a silver on one end, black on the other end. And some reviewers say it's not blast effect proof. This one side is, as you can see there. And the other side is just a tad too big. Don't know why they did it, but at least this side is blast effect proof. Now, since we got this out, let's look to see if he have any blast effect pieces. Usually it's tiny little pegs and I don't see any on this figure. Nope, let's see. You can't, there's no, let's see, his hands are 5mm, of course. And what you want to do is, I wonder if you could put it on this end. And then this is not 5mm. But if you turn it around, nope, it's too big. So they could have made this a little smaller. See, so when he wields his weapon, you can't hold the blast effects, which is a bummer. I don't know why Hasbro did that, but they did. But what are you going to do? Now let's look at actual Slammer. He's got a good looking face. Let's take a look at the face. He's got blue eyes. They're not light piping. A white head. He's mostly, I guess you'd call this a light gray, brownish hue. I don't know. He's got the Autobot symbol. He's got more gunmetal gray, and that's the black. And then on the arms, you got the black right there. You got the white arms. His hands are molded in. Then you go down the waist. He's got his feet. There's a lot of detail on this. I mean, look at all the detail inside the leg, on the front of the leg. There's his tank treads. And then the back's hollow, but you can't do nothing about that. Let's see, the other arm, he's got the black again. And let's see, you could put this on either arm, and that's about it. And then he's got these side pockets, but I mean, that don't look good. Now, also what you could do with this figure is come back here and you could take these tank treads off and they just pop off with his arm. Stick his arm. So, if you notice on the back of the box, you can see the figure wielding the tank treads right there. So what you want to do is you could line these together. They only snap in right here at the front. Snap them in there. And then you got to take this little piece off right here. And then I think these are 3mm slots. Ah, here they go. You do something like, whoops, all right. There, they peg in at the top, no, like that. This pegs in here. So it's kind of like a spinning saw, and you could put it right here. And so now you got two weapons, and that's how it has it on the back of the box, right there. So let's put this back to where it was. And these tank treads, you put this back here. And then you just put these on each side of him like that. And that is his default mode. So he's got a little backpack, yes, but that is Slammer. Now, like I said, here's the original Slammer. So we're going to bring in 6-gun. Now these were both of Metroplex's weaponizers. Now, Slammer was always just a little tank, but as you can see, we'll bring in the original 6-gun. So that is the original 6-gun. So this is the upgrade, and it's the original Slammer. There was no Slammer, and I don't have Scamper the black race car, but I'm sure they're going to redo him too. So back to Slammer. Okay, now we're going to do articulation. We're going to do the head. He's on a ball joint. He goes up. He goes up pretty much. Up and down movement. And side to side. His arm does the whole 360 degrees. And then right here at the bicep is where he goes out like that. Also rotation at the bicep. And then he's got 90 degree at the elbow. You go the other side. It goes out that far. Again, the 360 degrees. You can rotate him at the upper bicep because it comes apart, and 90 degrees at the elbow. He's got waist articulation, 360 degrees. And then you do the feet. He can kick 90 degrees. If you take this off, he can do back 90 degrees, and he can do the whole split. And then he's got the knee is more than 90 degrees because it folds up for transformation. You've got the upper thigh rotation, no knee rotation, and right here you've got ankle tiltage. So he's pretty posable. Now let's just put this back right here. And of course he is a weaponizer, so he comes apart. All right, now we're going to do some robot-to-robot transformations. And our first robot-to-robot, we're going to bring his fellow Metroplex weaponizer, 6-gun in. There is 6-gun. And we're going to bring in the original 6-gun. So how those guys match up. Now we're going to bring in Brunt, Triptychon's weaponizer, also a tank. We're going to bring in Fast Track. That is Scorponok's weaponizer. We're going to bring in Impactor, another tank. And let's bring in Warpath, our fellow Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy Deluxe. I forgot a weaponizer cog for Fortress Maximus. And then we're going to bring in our Voyager Megatron, who's also a tank. And we're going to bring in Leader Class Galvatron who's Voyager size, but he's also a tank. And here is Wheeljack, since later on we're going to weaponize Wheeljack. And that is all the robot-to-robot comparisons for now. And our last shot is all the weaponizers together. Fast Track, Cog, Slammer, Six Gun, and Brunt. Those are all your weaponizers for all the Titan class. Now to transform him, now eventually we're going to take them all apart, but not right now. We're going to take the weapon off first. The arms, we're going to rotate the arms a quarter of turn. Put the arms up, pull these, and take this arm off. Pull this up, pull this down, take this off. And now what we're going to do is combine these guys. Now there is a tab right here and a slot there. You're just going to put these together. And then we're done with that piece for now. Now we're going to take the back off. Now you got these two pegs right here are what goes on these two. So we're going to take these off and put that to the side. And then we're going to take the legs off. And what we're going to do is fold this in, fold this out. So one leg's done. Fold this in, fold that out, and that one's done. Next, we're going to take this piece and pull it off. And what we're going to do is these two pegs are going to go into right there. So we're going to put these two here. And that is done right there. Move it down a little. Okay. Now we're going to take these two pieces up. And we're going to take the head. And we're just going to rotate the head around and pop the head in. So now the head's done. Then we're going to take the legs. Now, what you got is this hole right here and this peg there. So you're going to slide this in and pop that down. Now you can see the tank starting to take shape. And you plug this in there like so. You get a little clearance. All right. And so that's in. So now we got this tank set up. Now we take this piece and we're going to lock these in like that. Now I wish these two pegged into each other. It wouldn't have done much just to put a little peg in, but they didn't do it. So we're just going to do that here. And then we're going to put this way. So now we're going to take the front of the body and we're going to rotate these like that. And then what you got is these two pegs into these two holes. And we're just going to line it up. Push that in there. Let's see. Put in there. And there is Slammer, our tank. Whoop. No. Let's see. Like I said, these do not peg in at all. So it is a pain. Oops. It is a pain in the neck because he keeps coming apart. And one part I forgot right here. Before we peg this in, you got to rotate this up. So see, it won't get clearance if it's this way. It's not flat, so you got to rotate this around. Then we'll just plug this guy in. Peg, peg, and he's done. And that is Slammer. Pretty cool looking. I'm glad they decided to go with a completely different mold. They didn't just redo Brunt like everybody thought they were going to do. Now let's look at him from the front. He still has the Autobot symbol. And then he's got that strange color. And then he's got the silver on the barrel. You go down here, you got some pretty molded detail. And the tank treads. I mean, look at the silver. They painted all these, the front two. In the back, they just painted the bottom, but it's paint there. And then you got all this silver here. Tank treads are pretty cool. The back is not that bad neither. There's no robot parts on the back. You got these two little pegs, but that's fine. And over here, again, you got some red lettering, but you see that screw on that side. Well, you see the screw on both sides, but you still have the black going on here. And they did some pretty good paint jobs on the treads. The top, you can see a little head right there, but no big deal. And there is the bottom. Now, this, since there aren't the shoulders, you can move this up and down, but you can't move it side to side. It won't let you rotate the turret, which is, I mean, I wish they could have, well, I guess you couldn't because they're involved with two different shoulders. But there is your slammer. And we're just going to bring in, where's G1 slammer? Which is right here. This came with my Metroplex, so I mean, you still got the silver wheels, you got the same almost off-white cream color, and I don't have the turret, but it did look, it was all white, kind of looked like that, and you just pop that in, and that is Metroplex's little scammer dude. And what you did here, again, you just fold it up like that, and he was a communications tower. Now let's do some vehicle-to-vehicle comparisons. Now, the first comparison we're going to bring in is Six Gun, his fellow Metroplex weaponizer. And actually on the original Six Gun, which is this guy, you actually took these apart and you put these on Metroplex. These went on Metroplex's Bay and Battle Station mode, and these went in arms. And actually this became another tower like that. But this guy, I don't have Metroplex, and I don't think there's a way to put him on the actual Metroplex. But they did is just a nice upgrade. And then we're going to bring in Fortress Maximus's weaponizer, COG. Just so you can get a good idea of what these weaponizers are. And then we're going to bring in Scorponok's weaponizer, Fast Track. He's kind of like a little buggy with guns. And so there you have all the weaponizers. Oh, sorry. And there is Brunt. Now, I thought they were going to do a Brunt remold or kind of take some cues for him. But this guy is completely different. I mean, his feet are up here. It's just... Actually, it's funny because my review on Brunt has got like thousands of views. For some reason, this thing took off. So that is Brunt. And now we're going to do some tanks. Like I said, I want to do some kind of different reviews. I didn't want to bring in all the Kingdom figures, you know, so I figured I'd bring in all the weaponizers and then all the tanks I have. So this is Warpath. So as you can see, the two tanks look pretty good together. There we go. Got a new camera set up. I'm just still trying to get used to it. And we're going to bring in Impactor. There you go. Another fellow tank. So he's pretty cool too. We're going to bring in Voyager size Megatron. Now this is the Cybertron mode. So that is that. And then we're going to bring in Leader Galvatron, who's just a Voyager mold. But he came with a lot of stuff. So I'm just comparing tanks in the Transformers universe. And I'm also going to bring out Wheeljack to compare you with a Deluxe. So they're both Deluxe size. So you can see about how they scale up. And later on, we're going to weaponize Wheeljack using Slammer. So that is all. Oh, and while I got him in vehicle mode, again, this turret, it's too big for a blast effect. And there's no way you could turn it around. That would have been nice, like that. But for some reason, it's just like a millimeter off or something, and you can't do weaponize, which surprised me. I think that was a QC issue on Hasbro's fault. And that is it. Whoops. And yeah, these things keep falling apart. I wish it was a tighter fit. Now, let's transform him back to the robot. Actually, you know what? We're going to take him apart and put him on Wheeljack. Now, what we're going to do is bring in Wheeljack. Now, the directions tell you to take the wings off, which you're supposed to, because I tried it the other way and they don't fit real good. So, there's Wheeljack already. Now, we're going to take the tank, we're going to take this off, separate these, separate this. Now, this front part, what you want to do is take the whole thing, whoops, and you want to rotate this up. It's on a double hinge right there. So, take this whole piece, and you want to get it like this. This is going to be the backpack. So this is going to be the 5mm peg that fits into here. And we're just going to put this on like that. Now, come on, Wheeljack, stand up. Now he's going to be back heavy. Okay. So let's take the tank treads off. Fold these back up. Take this piece off. I guess the body of the tank, the main legs. Fold these up. Now what you can do is use this peg and you're going to plug these in. So these are going to be his missile rack. Like that. Now if this doesn't fit, you can always rotate this, because when you rotate this white one, it matters a lot. So, Hal's coming Wheeljack. He's coming, oops. He's like I said, he's top heavy. Okay, now, what you want to do is unpull these out and separate these. Now the directions, and some reviewers tell you you're supposed to switch these around, but I'm not going to do that for right now. I'm just going to fold these to the side like that. That's going to be on the end. Oh, the directions actually say fold these like this. So now I know why they tell you to switch them. When you switch these, which to me makes no sense, because it really doesn't matter what these guys look like that. Because this is going to go on the 5mm peg and that's going to stick out. To me, you don't need to switch them, but we're just going to go by the directions and switch them. So, pretty even. This is the tab. So you're going to put this here. And you're going to put this there. Got to move it back a little. There you go. And then, again, with the weapon. Oh, you know what? We forgot to take this out. Sorry about that. I know. No, I was right. We still have this to deal with. So, pull these off. Alright, I'm going to put the saw together again. Let's see. Remember how we do these? These tab into like that. And then this goes here. And this goes on Wheeljack's one arm. And this, you want this to be like a gun. This is the handle. These face inward. And you just put this one on top. And then instructions. I have this over here. So you can move his hand like that. And this, you use this middle peg right here and peg that in so it's even. And then I guess you can take Wheeljack's weapon and just put it in his hand like that. And I wish there was a better way of doing these, but there's not. And there you have Wheeljack all armored up. So there he is from the back. Let's back out just a little. There he is from the back, from the side, from the front. So you got the big gun here. You got the saw as a weapon. And you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 missile racks on each side. Now, on the back, it tells you pipes. And again, if you look at here, This piece is white and it's gunmetal gray, and his thighs are white and his thighs are black. Oh, right there. So it looks like they did change the product from the back of the box to now, but that is Wheeljack all armored up. And these, like the feet, this is the proper configuration. You have this sticking that way and the feet front. Now, when we get him back to robot mode, let's take everything off. Now, Wheeljack's back to normal. We'll put this on here. And we'll put Jackie's. Now, if you try to put it here, you're adding that much clearance and the peg won't go in. So, here's what we have now. We have this mess. So, separate these again. Separate this. Separate the legs. And let's see, we'll do the body first. So, flip the head up, turn this around, and this is on that weird double hinge, so we're just going to slide it up like that. So, there is the body. And this, we can put it on here. These two pegs, we got these two. So these go here, and if we're going to do just what the directions say, that goes back there. You want to rotate this around because these got holes in it. Now, this does matter in vehicle modes because it's, you'll see one side's more flush, and if you do it here, it's not. So let's fold these down. Let's fold the legs out. See, these are the pieces that were black now, but they were originally white. So this is the right leg. This is the left leg. Oh, and this we could put back in here. Let's see. I like to do it this way because you have the smooth piece. So you want the smooth piece against here. It just looks better. And there we got that. Now for the arms. Now, this is why what you want to do is the arms are backwards. Because this goes in here like this. Oh, and the arms are correct. Oh, my bad. So let's see. You fold this in here. Fold the arm here. I think there is a part when you put them in, I think when you go into the tank mode. No? Okay, forget how I said that. And there is Slammer, back to his robot mode. And I like him. He's a pretty good figure. Yeah, he's got his faults. These little things stick out. You know, and they're only for the, in weaponizer mode. But, he's pretty cool. The hands are all molded into one, which looks a little weird too. But as far as being a brand new mold, yeah, his legs are hollow, but he's got no really kibble on the back. He's pretty smooth, and he's straight, and he's pretty cool. Actually, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into tank mode real quick, and I'm going to show you the tower form. Alright, now he's back to tank mode. Now what you want to do is you take this piece and you rotate this all the way up like that. And then you want to take, let's see, this you can keep on. And then you take this and you can put this on one of these. And supposedly that is his mode. I don't know how you want to plug him into Metroplex. Maybe this. I don't, like I said. And some of the other reviewers didn't know how to do it neither. But there. That is your sling. Or that is your Slammer tank mode. And then you just pull this off. And you always want to rotate this so the bottom's on the down. I mean, there's a lot of things you have to do and make sure for clearance issues. Make sure you rotate that. And I've noticed too, when you make these the feet, these you have to switch. You have to keep switching these to the different arms. But there you go. So, final thoughts. He's pretty cool. This was very unexpected. Nobody thought they would do a slammer. Does he have his negatives? Is I wish these two would plug in, and they screwed up on the barrel by not making it compatible, which everything else is compatible. What else? But I am glad, though, they did a completely new mold. And this guy looks cool in the tank mode. Just, again, this tank, the turret should move. It just moves up and down, but it doesn't rotate. I wish there was a way they could have done that. But he is a new mold, and he was a surprise, and he's Slammer. So it does complete all of the weaponizers we've got. Let's see. We'll bring in final thoughts. 6-gun, Slammer, Cog. I mean, it was cool. I know people don't like parts forming. Some people don't. But in this case, I think it's something different. It adds to the level of playability. And that's how they all look. Pretty cool. All right. So this is Rodimusbill. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Sorry about that. I got dogs that like to bark. All right. So where were we? Turn on notifications. Subscribe to the channel. And if there's a link to buy this guy from Amazon or another affiliate, please do that. It helps me a lot. There's also a link to Big Bad Toy Store. All that good store. All that good stuff. All right. Rodimusbill saying we finally got Slammer. All the weaponizers are complete. We'll see you later. Rodimusbill out.